Hello everybody, my name is Drake.
And I'm Grant.
And together we are JOJO Overdrive. Chapter 11. A bit later than we would have liked, but unfortunately, a calamity befell Grant and he was dying.
It was hit by a plane door from the sky.
That was a shame. But he's good now. He got better from the plane door.
Yeah.
So now we're into Chapter 11, The Hustle Part 2. And the chapter without a single use of the hustle in it, I believe. So that's great. Thanks, Araki.
Amazing.
Had a whole section last video saying he wouldn't name this the hustle part 2 without actually having to do with the hustle, right? This was an intentional choice. And actually, he's just lying. He's just lying to us. Thank you, Araki, so much for ruining everything. But anyways, other thing I wanted to correct, last episode, I made the egregious mistake of saying that smooth operators could only move flesh. That's wrong. That's incorrect. That's, like, factually incorrect.
Plate, we forgot.
Yeah, but to be fair, in the past, like, 5 chapters besides this one, he only used it on, like, skin and stuff like that, so I had genuinely forgotten that smooth operators can move it.
We've been going for 11 months now.
Okay, almost a year now. Well, technically it has been a year. It's been a year of JOJOLands, if you count the break.
Yes.
Wow, that I just realized that.
Yep.
That's amazing. How a year into JOJOLands, what do you guys think? Put it down in the comments. How's JOJOLands year 1 going? What's your opinions? I think this chapter confirms it. It's still really good. It's been consistently great. It
still has that potential to be the best part.
I can see it. Yeah, I can see it. There's definitely, like, elements here that I think if expanded upon would make it so peak. There's not that much in this chapter to talk about, though. I genuinely don't know how long we're going to be talking about.
Just continuing the count, even though it ended last chapter, I don't believe Rohan is mentioned or shown in this chapter.
I don't think so either. I think we're actually in the clear. I think Araki has forgotten about Rohan.
Oh, yeah.
Start the counter. Start the counter of how many chapters it takes for Rohan to get back, and then people will be complaining that Araki forgot about Rohan.
Running tally. So we have 2 chapters now of Rohan.
Of no Rohan. I'm gonna start complaining at 10 chapters that he's a hack writer and that he forgot about a Rohan. A lot of good drawings as always. That's the JOJOLands checklist. I have to go down. Good art, good panels, lots of stuff.
Lots of lines, you know.
You know. There's panels on the page, and you read them, and it's the manga from the series. This is a very good chapter.
good episode.
Good episode.
I like moving the wound onto the bottle, and then the bottle splitting.
Oh yeah, can we just say that's kind of crazy? Like, I don't want to speculate too much, but I'm gonna speculate a lot. But the fact that smooth operators moved the empty space, like it moved it didn't move. That's so wild, right? Like the negative space, not the actual thing. That I don't even know. Could smooth operators move the whole sky to somewhere else? I don't even know. That's just crazy. No, but I definitely now I'm a smooth operators believer. Before I was ragging on it a bit, saying it was too similar to the hustle. Now I've changed my mind. I now believe in the operators. Okay.
This does kill all this stuff about like Dragona dying early or whatever.
Well, yeah. Well, that was just like a wild crackpot theory anyway.
But you know, the Giorno is their dad theory is still alive.
That's still alive and well. There'll probably be a video about that sometime in the future. What happens after? Fixes the wound, and then we get Mate Kudasai a bit, whose design has already slightly become like more like chibi-ified, I guess.
You're skipping over like the funniest part of the chapter.
Which part?
When Usagi
Usagi confesses his love.
Confessing his love? Yeah.
And he's just like, no, I don't care. I skipped over one page and I missed that part. I'm sorry. I clicked twice on Manga Dex. I'm sorry, okay? I'm sorry. There's a lot of pages, okay? There's too much peak to keep track of.
Wait, do you think this is gonna be treated as like a running gag or like a
running gag? I think this might happen again.
There's a 0% chance this is gonna end up being a serious relationship.
No. This is not framed in any way like Gappy and Yasuo. This is not in any way the same kind of thing. Dragona clearly also does not care, so
yeah.
If anything, this will be a one-sided thing throughout the entire thing, or it just ends here and it's just a one-page gag.
It's a one-off gag, yeah. I don't think that. I think it'll be a running gag.
Yeah, that makes sense. Oh, and I forgot they don't even use Mate Kudasai. Which I think that's a bit stupid. Like, Mate Kudasai is so powerful, and they barely use it. Like, you can just get anything from this? Like, come on, guys, You're underutilizing it. And Paco uses his new signature attack, the grapple, which this is apparently his thing. He chokes 2 people in this chapter, choking people out. Now we have a good start, like, from moveset in All-Star Battle R2.
Yes. So true.
Mm-hmm. And we get more of the Joshu not Joshu, which I genuinely did not expect to be more him to come back for a second chapter. I thought it was
still Joshu. He's in deep cover.
This
guy says that artist dude or whatever, because apparently it's a reference to like an artist or whatever.
Apparently so. Which maybe that's who Joshu is based off of. That would make sense. We get a cool page of Jojo opening the car door, but the car door is actually the not rock human.
Yeah.
That's
What do you mean the not rock human? You mean the rock human?
I mean, hey man, he could just be a rock separate word rock human. Like, he's just a human who's very rocky. He's not a rock. That's a rock human.
Would be the kind of guy to have rock humans and rock human.
Hyphen human. Yeah. This is a rock human. But it's not a rock human. Stand human. Yeah, so rock stand or whatever. As opposed, not to be confused with the I am a rock stand, which is used by the rock human. I think it'd be cool if he was like a full-blown rock human. I think it would be fun if it was done well, which I think is definitely possible. Some more cool fight choreography. Always nice to see. A lot more hand-to-hand stuff than we usually get in these recent chapters. Probably due to the fact that they don't have punch ghost stands, so they can't do stuff like that, or shooting and stuff like that. November Rain is the closest, but.
Are we ever gonna get a name for this rock human stand?
Are we ever gonna get a name for this rock human? I don't know. Would be nice. More of the same. Which is not a complaint. It's just there is. If you want much more coverage on these concepts that it's showing, you could watch the last episode as well, because we cover a lot of this.
Last episode we talked for a while. Yeah,
we talked for a long time actually about that one. And that video did pretty well, so apparently JOJOLands is coming back. It fell off, but now all the fans are coming back and rejoicing. The JOJOLands.
It's because Rohan left. Yeah, see, when Rohan came, everything dipped, but then when Rohan left, everyone's like.
I think actually when Rohan came, everything spiked, but ignore that. That would ruin the theory, but don't listen to him. No, yeah, it honestly is just more of the same, which is not a bad thing. It's nice to have some consistency. But reading quickly, please. Oh yes. He disguises himself with the water, which is also just so cool. This is one of the best early stands. In the entire series.
Oh yeah, easily.
Usually the earlier ones aren't that flashy, aren't that special. They're kind of just like Fun was just like a.
Yeah,
I mean,
it's
I like fun,
better than
but it's
fun.
not like this distinct or whatever. And what I mostly want to talk about, I'm gonna skip forward even more just because there's just a lot of fighting. Is there's something that is said somewhere, I remember, I just can't find it right now, but the November rain, the water droplets hit the surface of the water and they don't go like through, they don't penetrate, which apparently the property of November rain, I don't know if is
it can only strike the surface, it says. It doesn't go below the surface.
Yes, I'm assuming this is with everything, because now that I think about it, has November rain ever pierced through something? Because it always does this, like, concave effect. It always does this, like, melting effect. Which, it's nice to see a bit more information about what November rain exactly does.
I guess it can't go fully through something?
I guess it's not like Wonder of U's, like, bullet rain or whatever. It's more just,
so
like, once it hits something.
That when Jojo unlocks the spin rain bullets, that they'll be able to go through stuff?
Yes, that's correct. And it will, like, it will be like a rain of go beyond, like, bubbles, whatever.
Yeah.
That's what's gonna happen. But yeah, still, Mr. Araki, give me the stand card on exactly what November Rain does now, please. That would be very nice. Even now, we're learning like new information about it.
In 4 years, that's Japanese exclusive.
Yeah, we're getting an art. Yeah, in the art book, it'll actually be revealed that November Rain isn't actually the stand name, and the stand name is actually Michael Jackson, and that we were all wrong the whole time.
Do you like how this is like kind of paralleling the Jonathan like underwater fight thing?
That's I was gonna say it's paralleling more like the Gappy underwater fight. But actually, you might be right.
Or the Jojo underwater fight.
No, but this one is objectively closer. I think you're right to the Jonathan one because he has the sword or whatever, even though it's broken by the time he gets in the water. But the guy with the sword and him in the water and him not being able to use the ability in the water. That is pretty similar, but I was thinking, Gappy with whatever the first rock you. I am a rock guy. I think his name starts with a Y. I do not remember it, but I remember that fight ended and they were in a very similar situation where they were stuck underwater, whatever.
Yeah.
So
like, it's crazy how big they make November Rain. You know.
Oh yeah, the
whole, like fight.
It seems to be that the entire area of effect is just where it's standing. Like, the entire leg spread is where it hits, and it's big. Like, we don't get, like, that many good looks at November Rain, but, like, in some of these panels, you can see it's pretty huge. Like, it's very impressive.
So, I guess the last, like, big thing we gotta talk about is the complete 180 heel turn of Paco being like, you know, actually, I think we should recruit this guy.
We haven't seen this level.
Has something to do with a gang, I think.
Wait.
Join up. We need a team up.
We haven't seen this level of like recruiting since part 5 with Jojo and Bruno. We haven't seen this level of like. Yeah. The enemies to friends. If this actually happens, which I think would be pretty cool, if this guy's a rock human and he joins the group, that would already be crazy. Yeah,
like this group would be like, I mean, would it be like the most overpowered group?
No,
it just feels crazy.
No, this group. I'd argue this group is pretty damn weak compared to everyone else.
The rock human guy, if he joins,
just the rock human guy. Rock humans aren't that inherently powerful. This guy has
no. But his stand seems like
his stand is just like illusions. It's like it's very similar. Paper Moon King had the whole shtick of that, and he was in JOJOLands that entire time. And I don't even think that JOJO and Higashikadas are that strong. They're pretty damn weak too, compared to.
Do you think he's gonna join the group?
I think so. I feel like it seems pretty damn random that.
I feel even I'm just like very critical of this story point. Like it felt like there was just no setup at all.
No, I like it.
It was just like. Oh, okay. Now I want him to become like.
I disagree. I think it's a fun twist on what you're expecting.
Araki didn't put in the work to make him seem like a guy that could be like maybe slightly heroic.
Yeah, but his whole shtick is trickery or whatever. That's what I was saying.
Obviously, they reveal later that he like fakes the cats or whatever and stuff like that. But to me, I don't know. I felt like such like a 180.
No, I love it. It's because his whole thing is illusions. He was tricking them into thinking he was a bad person. He tricked you. You got pranked. You specifically in real life got tricked by this guy, and that's very cool. I think. No, but yeah. The heads of the cats were apparently just potatoes. It was just
This is just like part 5, and it's Dude's Rock part 2.
Good. I'm glad. Literally rock. Yeah.
Yeah. Imagine that's the title of the next chapter.
Oh my god. Dude's Rock. That'd be crazy. I just want to know this guy's name. I want to understand. Just give me more information. Also, biggest reason why I'd want this guy to be in the rest of the part is because I want more cool illusion drawings. I think having this stuff all the time would be awesome. I think that would be fantastic.
Also, I was wrong. Rohan is mentioned, but it doesn't have the little emoji thing, so I'm still counting it.
Okay, I'll count. He has no visual appearance, which is kind of what we were doing before. Because before it was getting pretty crazy with he'd visually be in the chapter.
Putting the emoji every chapter,
Yeah, that was how ridiculous it was.
Do you think the next chapter is going to be kind of like an exposition about the Rock? Like they'll team up with the guy, and then he'll be like, "Okay, this is what the Rock's deal is."
Okay. There's either two things. They're either going to interrogate him, and he gets killed by someone else, kind of like how poor Tom got shot or whatever.
Yeah.
In JOJOLands. Or he joins them, and he's a permanent member until he probably dies because half the cast members will die.
You don't think there's any universe where he just doesn't want to join them?
It just feels like if he doesn't, I would be shaking my finger at Araki like, no, that was bad. That was a bad decision.
Yeah.
It would be strange to put so much emphasis on it and then not like
go through
with it. Yeah. Which I just don't want to I don't want to believe that would happen. So it would be nice if at least there would be a way out, like, he dies, which is possible. Or Jojo just kills him right here, right now, which would also be pretty interesting.
Also, it clearly, like, this is the end of the encounter, because at the end of the chapter, when it's at the to be continued thing, it says off to a new encounter.
Oh, I didn't even see that. You're right.
So this is the wrap up. This is the last of this. So
also, it looks like this is going to be the last we see of Jojo, unless he's in the entire part for whatever reason.
We just keep cutting back to him in the ocean looking for the watch.
Looking for the watch. poor Jojo, not Jojo.
Punished Jojo.
Punished. No, stop it. My favorite character is the fish in the second to last page of the fish that he catches that ate the watch, whatever.
That's the signature JoJo Overdrive fish. It's a reference to us.
The JoJo Overdrive fish, famously our mascot.
Famously our mascot, the JoJo Overdrive fish.
Gotta change every thumbnail to have the fish front and center. That way everyone will know. A JoJo Overdrive video.
Stay tuned on the 1st of April.
Yeah. That would be pretty fun. That's those who've made it 18 minutes. Wow. Never mind. We've been talking for longer than I thought. Those who made it 18 minutes into the video, you'll have the fish is now our mascot, and you will know.
Oh, true.
Real JoJo Overdrive patriots they'll be wearing the sign of the JoJo Overdrive fish. You will know.
So since we're like a year into this now, what are you like expecting? Where do you think we'll be like a year from now into this?
I'm starting to get the feeling that a lot of this part is going to a lot more of this part's going to take place on the island than we first expected. Like this specific
we thought it was going to be we thought it was going to be globe trotting.
Yeah,
and it still could have that, but we thought it was going to be immediate off to the races. Like.
Yeah, something, or even just like this specific island in Hawaii or whatever that they went to. They're
never going to get their plane back.
That's what I was saying. I think it's gonna. Here's the thing: it's either in the next couple chapters or it's not going to happen. But the looming.
It would have to be next chapter, basically.
Basically, because they already said they were running late for their plane or whatever, like a couple chapters ago. Which, of course, this has been running in JoJo time, so this probably took a total of 3 minutes to finish. But the whole stinger at the ending of the very first chapter was that this specific mission to this villain in the island and everything was like went horribly wrong, and no matter how many people went there, they'd all die. But this still doesn't seem like that yet. They're still in a good scenario. They're still in a positive
They have the
place.
upper hand.
Yes, which means I think we're gonna stay here for a while. I thought the first mission they were talking about in the first chapter was just gonna be like the first encounter. It seems like it's gonna be like the first half.
I almost feel at that point like it could be a dropped like thing.
No, I don't see it.
That feels so weird because you're right. Like that was clearly talking. I mean, to us, it felt like it was clearly talking about this guy here, stalking him, like everything like that. We were like, oh,
I think my prediction is this mission is going to take the entire first half. Kind of like how Vitamin C takes up that first chunk, and kind of like the first chunk of Steel Ball Run isn't even about the corpse parts or whatever. This is like the first plot segment, and this is going to take up a lot longer than I think.
That's why I'm saying the Mafia is going to get involved with this.
That's what it seems like.
A higher tier Mafia. You're going to have Meryl McHugh doing this like low tier. You're going to have a higher tier organization because Araki always likes having groups of villains part of something. You know? And it's been kind of scattered so far. So that could totally play into your idea of this guy maybe being like the Rock. And then he dies.
Yeah.
Killed. And then you have
either that or he stays with the team and he's kind of the exposition dumper of anything involving the Mafia or whatever, kind of like exactly how Bruno acted in part 5.
It's hard for me to believe that next chapter we're gonna learn like everything about the Rocks and everything. That just feels like he's setting that up to be something even bigger. That it's like to blow your load, like everything, because it would have to be if they talk to him, they'll be like, "Hey, what's the Rock?" And then he'll be
okay. Well, then he'll probably die. My other fringe prediction that I kind of mentioned earlier was that Jojo just kills this guy. Like he doesn't listen to them, and he just murders him
that.
Or whatever.
I really like that. Like they're like
he gets desperate, and he's like,
bam. And then he gets to the point where like he's drowning and he gets into like a death scenario and he has to do something, and maybe at that point it's able to like break through for a few seconds, bullets or something, and he's able to survive barely, but the other guy dies.
Other thing I haven't even considered of is that they could he could become part of the group, not willingly though. He could be held hostage. He could just be taken along with them by force.
He's just like on the plane duct taped.
He has an exclusively defensive ability. It could be extremely hard for him to like fight back once he's like been fully trapped.
And then you, of course, could have that classic thing where he gets away by, like, doing an illusion.
He tricks something. Yeah, like... on
a random moment, he does an illusion.
Yeah, someone discovers that what they've been holding the whole time has been, like, I don't know, just like a sack of sack of flour or whatever. And they're like, what? When did he leave? And they'll have to figure out where he went or whatever. Or he just never comes back. Who knows?
I like this guy not just being a character that shows up and then gets retired and then never shows up again.
Hey, we still have next chapter.
I hope not.
But it seems like we're already getting a lot of dialogue writing to him.
This guy's design's great too, so I'm hoping.
He's a cool guy. I like his eye, like his tears makeup looking style. He's a cool guy.
Maybe his name's Tears for Fears.
Oh, that would be fun. That's a good one that hasn't been done yet.
Okay, let's get down for that.
Put down all your wagers in the comments below. What do you think this guy's stand name is? I've heard a lot of Karma Chameleons, which that's a fun one.
That would be pretty good too. Yeah. Right. I'm very excited for next month. 12th chapter. Yeah. I think it's crazy to consider we're 10% of the way. To some people that sounds like a small number, but also we don't know. It could be 50 chapters, it could be 100, but I'm just assuming it'll be JOJOLand length. If we're 10% of the way there, we're moving.
Okay. Yep. Cool. Everything's cool. I'm glad there hasn't been like a major like I've read a chapter and been like, oh no, or he's falling off, what's happening? Like so far I've just been like, everything's great. I'm glad to see good stuff every month.
We're coming off of what we both agreed was the best chapter of the whole like series so far.
Yeah.
So it's like of JOJOLands, I should preface.
Oh yeah, no, yeah. I understood that, but I hope they understood.
I need to preface that. that this is a weaker chapter than last month, but it's still, of course, great.
Yes, it's great. It was a great chapter. Long too.
It felt
37 pages, 40 pages.
40 pages. Crazy.
Oh my god, because you can't count the beginning. Yeah. 40. Dang, what the heck? He's going crazy. He's literally going crazy. All right, but everybody, thank you for watching. Remember, we have a Twitter, which we probably should have mentioned. We always forget to mention at the beginning of the video because everyone's gone by now. But if you were wondering where this video was, we said on the Twitter that it was delayed. So if you want updates for when videos get delayed, because we never release videos early, certainly. So updates for delayed videos, go to the Twitter, follow that. Also, sometimes there's other stuff on the Twitter just for funsies. But thank you everybody for watching. Do you have anything like final to say?
Just reiterating, we're 10% of the way there, and we will be there till the end.
Hell yeah. This has been JoJo Overdrive, signing off.
Watch where you going, hold and drive. Let the downside up to top notch, whatever haters do. Hot top.